So many people who become addicted to something, if you look at the basics of addiction, in order for a substance to become addictive, it has to do basically two major things. One is that it gives you pleasure, but the second is that it takes away pain. If you're having a bad day, if you're stressed out, if you're worried about something, and you pull out your phone and you start scrolling, what happens to those worries? They start to disappear, at least while you're scrolling. And this is where people really get into trouble, because if I'm worried about something and I basically spend an hour scrolling through my phone, then it'll suppress my emotional circuitry. This is also something that people subconsciously like, but is actually really damaging, is that we can only experience so much emotion in a day as well. There are certain days, like if you think about a funeral or something, where you're just emotionally spent. You've got nothing left in the tank. And this becomes a real problem, because if I suppress my emotions and I kind of deactivate that emotional circuitry, then it's oftentimes emotions that are also really powerful motivators. So dopamine is really good at motivating action. But the second part of our brain that motivates our action even more than dopamine, the only part of our brain that can beat the dopaminergic circuitry, is actually emotion. So you can be sitting there playing a video game, but if I break into your house and start trashing your bookshelf, you will get incredibly angry. You will stop playing the video game and you will defend yourself. So emotions, things like guilt, anger, things like sadness, these are all powerful motivators to action. That's why when we feel emotional, we feel like doing something. Sometimes with sadness, it's like, I feel like disappearing, right? It's actually a motivation to pull away from other people. And this is why it's so crippling. This is why it's like become such a big problem for so many people, is it messes up our dopaminergic circuitry, but then it also disables our emotional circuitry. And once we feel numb, once we feel tired, then we don't have, that energetic drive, that emotional drive to actually move towards our goals. We don't feel inspiration.